Hello, good afternoon or morning or whatever here in Ireland. It's raining, it's windy, you can probably hear it. Today we are heading to Drifting Motorsport because we are picking up some body panels. But yeah, we're heading to Drifting Motorsport today. It's based in Ennis. Drifting Motorsport are actually Origin Labo European distributors, right? So for this side of the country, this side of Europe anyway. So the reason why we are heading there is because I'm picking up some new body panels. I should probably open up the gate first before doing anything. This video we're going to be talking about plans for 2024. We're making changes. We're making a lot of changes. Well, when I say we, I say more I. So I'm not partnered with Product Academy anymore. We've kind of gone our mutual ways. Look, Product Academy are great friends of mine, and you know, pretty much all of 2023 we're in discussion about what to do next year. Some of you know, obviously seen the HynesZ brand, that was helped kick-started by the founder of Product Academy. So it's not like as if I started something and dropped them. It was kind of more of a mutual thing. It's like, look, this seems to be better for you to concentrate on now. You know, Product Academy has got its own thing. Times have changed, businesses have changed, and to do your own thing. And so I feel more motivated than ever to fix what I didn't learn or have done in the past, and that's what we're doing now for 2024. So in 2024 we're going to be doing IDC. We actually had an entry for Driftmasters. I think by the time I had this video up, it will be confirmed driver entry. We were supposed to do Driftmasters this year, and at the start of February I pulled the plug on it. I realized it was just not going to happen. I've realised I have to make some pretty big changes. I've realised what I've done in the last 2 years hasn't really improved my value as a driver, what I provide to sponsors, what I provide to the people that support me and stuff like that. And I need to make changes to get the value that I had at the end of 2019 back, because I don't have the access to live stream footage. I don't have the access to media people that I did have back then. So I need to invest into that. I need to invest into all of that stuff. I need to make sure that we're still creating the content on YouTube. I need to make sure that the car that we're building is ready for any event that we compete in, and I have to make sure that we're pushing forward. Thanks, buddy. Changing what the car looks like, putting all fresh body panels on it, with completely fresh wrap, and we're going to make this car something a little bit unique in European drifting. It has been seen before in FD, but it hasn't been seen before in Europe at the level that we compete at anyway, for sure. And so that's going to be a change, and you'll be seeing that in this video hopefully. And so I think this year is looking to be really good. Unfortunately, we're not going to be using Evo 2. Evo 2 was a project that we nicknamed to be the replacement for Evo 1, which is the current car that I've been using for nearly 10 years now. And the reason why I haven't transferred that shell or that chassis is that I've kind of realised that my funds are in one area. Either I can transfer all of the current stuff from the current car into the new chassis, which in theory sounds great, but all the problems that I have in the old chassis will now be put into the new chassis. The only difference is that the new chassis is just straighter and better designed in ways. It doesn't fix everything else. Or I could put the money that I have for this season into the old chassis and fix the issues that we had. Whether that will be suspension issues, alignment issues, whether that will be, you know, how the car runs, this, that, improvements to make the car better. For example, one item, I could do with a better feeling handbrake. My handbrake doesn't really lock great. So one of those items I'm going to fix this year is we're going to put a dual caliper setup on the rear of it and have an independent handbrake system, and see does that fix and get the handbrake feeling that I want from the car. Stuff like that. Stuff like that has been an issue for a couple of years that I've been kind of fluffing over because I'm like, I don't really feel like spending money on that right now, and I can make do with what I've got. I need to stop with that mindset. And so one thing we're going to change is obviously fixing problems that were lying in the car and trying to get them sorted. If I went into the new chassis, those issues would have transferred over, and I've been kind of like just pushing it back another year, which I need to stop doing. So this year I'm expecting that we're going to perform better. We're going to have more speed, we're going to be a lot more competitive, and we're going to have a car that we're going to be more confident in using. Obviously, I think the car can be improved chassis-wise. The car is twisted. It is not straight. It is pretty fucked. It's done a lot of driving, done a lot of competing. It's had quite a few crashes, and that's where the new chassis makes a lot more sense. However, I only have so much budget. I only have so much money, so I need to spread that wisely between both. And I'm hoping by the end of the year that we can really make some proper progress in getting the new chassis ready, so that everything can be transferred over to the new car, and we can start off in 25 with a really solid package for proper events, and really trying to do some more than just Ireland stuff. So that's kind of my thought process in all of this. So that's pretty much it on the base level. There's obviously going to be a lot more things throughout the year which I will update you guys on, but in terms of content, I need to get the content to a better place, and one of those things we're going to do is obviously a lot more YouTube stuff this year. One of the things that I had over the couple of years prior to COVID was that I had access to live stream, access to media people and stuff like that, which are not around now in the Irish Drift Championship. So part of my growth or value, is what we would say when we're chasing sponsors and stuff like that, partners, was that a lot of it was done for me. A lot of it was done by the live stream, people watching it, you know, sponsors in different countries watching it and seeing how we're doing. I didn't need to have a great social media presence. I just need to release a video per month, do a small bits and pieces on social media, and the live stream of the competition events we competed in seemed to do the kind of the rest of the talking for us, which was obviously very cool, but it meant it was very, very affordable for me to be able to get sponsors and stuff. Now that times have changed. There's no more live stream for the IDC anymore. So that means I have to do a lot more of the work myself, and I learned that in the last 2 years that I now have to do a lot of the heavy lifting of that media and content creation, which I think we're one of the better drivers in the country that do content creation. Obviously in the past couple of years I've concentrated a lot on gaming stuff, which is what I've grown up on, which I think a lot of people support me on. But I don't do enough in the real world, and that's something I need to change this year. And I have a couple of ideas in place, such as the videos that you're watching right now. A couple of things maybe you guys might be helping me out with. I could do with a video editor, or a person that goes to IDC events, or maybe access or interest in IDC stuff, that's interested in being a videographer for me, maybe even a photographer. I could do with that type of content to really build up the program, to really build up our collection of items and stuff like that, the content we can create throughout the year. If someone has some editing skill, maybe for based elsewhere in a different country, then all you need is clips for myself, or you know, content for myself to be able to make an edit or something. That actually might be interesting, because I don't think that's something that I've explored before, and it's something I'd be interested in. In terms of paying people and all of that, I'm not sure how that will work. Obviously I don't have €1 million, and by no means am I rich, but there's certainly opportunities there that maybe, you know, if someone is based in college and they're looking for experience to work on something that they like to do, there might be something down the line that we can work something out, but I don't want to make any promises. Right, that's the body panels picked up from this thing. Yeah, we'll open this up when we get back. We'll show you guys what we got. Well, it'll be something different at least. Alright, okay, so we're back in the workshop today. So in this video, obviously, we're going to try and fit the body panels that we picked up from Drifting Motorsport or Origin Labo. Well, Origin Labo distributors, Drifting Motorsport. But I didn't actually show you in the van what body panels we got. And you're kind of thinking, well, Alan, your car's an S14, surely it's an S14. Not quite, because we're doing something a little bit different this year, and this is part of this video, why I'm changing things up. I need to get some people talking, and whether if you like it or not, I don't give a shit, because I've always wanted to do this. I have an idea of how this is going to work, and with our partners, Yugen Factory, we're going to also make this look pretty snazzy. So I think it's going to look pretty cool, and hopefully what the vision in my head will come out on practicality pretty cool. Could have done this in the simulator because I have the access to that, but I didn't. So I spent the money first and we'll worry about it later. But yeah, right, so you're like, right, this is the front wing, you'll see, front fender, looks like an S14, and it gets to here, and I mean, what front end is this, Adam? This doesn't have a kooky or a zinky headlight area. It's a, looks to be like a 180. And then you come down here and you see there's like a cutout. Yep, I got a 180 fronted S14 conversion kit. So we'll see how this works out. I'm pretty excited to try this. I've seen plenty of photos of this online, but by no means is it as popular as an S15 front conversion or even the Rocket Bunny Boss kit conversion. So it's going to be something different. There was only one other car before that had done this, and that was an FD, and the guy's name was Lawrence, I think. So this is the only, that was the only other Pro S13 converted S14 out there in Pro competition. This is going to be probably the only one in Europe, so that's going to be a European first. So we got a YouTuber clickbait, the only S14 Pro competition car with a 180 front end in it in Europe. Haha, hey, we know how to do YouTube, guys. You know how to do YouTube. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to take everything off, put the 180 front end on, see what we need to do to make this work. I'm concerned that our tube work at the front will have to be cut and redone, which that'll be a pretty big job. Here we go, 180 fronted S14. I'm not going to have a proper view in this because, oh god, I nearly kicked the whole thing off. It's just kind of thrown on there for the time being, but we're having some issues with the bonnet. So this is actually a 180 SX bonnet, but anyone knows S13s, the bonnet hinges are actually different for S13 versus S14. Which means we have to find some S13 bonnet hinges. So a bit of an oversight, forgot about checking about that type of shit, but so that's what I'm looking for right now. So hopefully we can find something today to try and get the bonnet a bit better lined up, because it would be good this weekend to get the front of it kind of half sorted so that we can kind of know, right, is this going to really work or not. But so far I think it will work. The front wings seem to be okay. They seem to have decent-ish fitment. We've always had issues with this corner up here lining up. Regardless of what front wing or brand or whatever, so I think this is just an issue with this particular car. This car is not actually straight, so we need to get some S13 bonnet hinges. We'll get the bonnet solidly mounted. That will then determine where everything else lines up, and then we'll figure out then do we have bigger issues or not. Right now we've gone to the rear, so we run this clamshell. I've been actually trying to find a replacement one of these because I got two of them, but most manufacturers that are local to this side of the pond, they only make them from this part back, which just doesn't suit our application, because if you look underneath, we don't actually have any bars out to the I suppose the edges of the car. So so we're going to try and get this repaired. I need to get that corner repaired up. It doesn't seem to be too bad. So we're going to put one of my old steel doors on the car for now to get the rear quarter panel situated, to get the clamshell better lined up. Because we have new rear quarter panels, here they are. So yeah, we'll get them onto the car, and yeah, we'll get something looking pretty good. Hopefully by today we'll get some good progress, so that's the aim. Right, okay, so it's a new day, and I got some brackets last night with the Paul's parts for some bonnet brackets, for S13 bonnet brackets. So these will obviously definitely work now, but what we're going to have to do, I'd say, is, so you can see obviously everything works fine. The S13 bracket is actually much longer, so I'll show the difference between those two in a moment. But you can see even when that side is kind of bolted up, it's not really going to line up with the bonnet at all. So this is actually using the original S14 hole, but it's obviously the bracket shifted forward, right? Because that's the only way it will clear. Otherwise, the hinge itself will run into the cowl of the window. So yeah, so it's not super easy to get the bonnet on, but I think with the correct brackets that we have right now, and with a correct measurement, we'll just re-drill the holes. We'll probably just self-tap them for now, and then at least we now know that the bonnet is center, so that we can make sure that the front of this is all good. Yeah, I kind of want to get the bodywork sorted in the next 2 weeks while I'm recording this, because we've still got some painting to do. We still have to do proper check over the car, like the engine and gearbox and stuff. So we've kind of done the priority of this the wrong way around. Really, we should have checked all that stuff first mechanically, and obviously worry about the bodywork later. But I really need the car to look good this year. Like, I'm pretty confident that the engine stuff is good. The gearbox did I got a refresh last year and I did one event on it. So the gearbox just needs an oil change. The only thing that needs to be checked is the clutch, because there's been some issues with the brand of clutch we've been running. They've been kind of like deteriorating for some reason, so we need to double check that. And other than that, I think the whole engine and drivetrain platform is pretty good. We have to get our quick change sorted, which I've been in the process of doing. That reminds me, I need to ring an engineering company. Right, okay, thank you so much for watching this video. We're just going to end it here. Yeah, next video should be pretty quick. I've actually already recorded all the stuff, just need to edit it all together. So, appreciate you guys checking these vlogs out. It's been a while since I actually did some like building stuff with cars and vlogs. I've never been a massive fan of it, but I've been really trying to push harder to make this these type of videos happen. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. We will talk to you guys very soon. And make sure to obviously like, comment, subscribe, all that type of stuff. And check us out on the socials. All the support would be great. Check out HynesZ.com. We do a bunch of car setups for VDC. 4.0 have just been dropped, so we're uploading setups there as well. So all that support really helps our drift program pretty good. So we will see you guys out very soon. Cheers. What's with all the mowing for, huh? Why are you making all the noise in my videos? Ruining it.